Hey guys, we're super excited to be here at the LA Fit Expo. It's our third year in a row. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be launching the Tasty Pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs. And we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, October 28th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Today is your lucky day because it's Recap Wednesday, and more importantly, it's also National Chocolate Day. So let's unwrap both of these bad boys and get things going with a recap of the Legion Sports Fest. This was a huge event with a ton of athletes, but none of them were bigger than your men's 40 and over winner, Josh Wade. In the 212 division, Bola Ojax brought home the gold in the 40 and over division, as did Myron Wade and Derek Dustowski in the men's and classic physique divisions. Over on the women's side, Monica Hale was awarded the top honor in women's bodybuilding, 35 and over, as did Stacy Hunez, who won the women's physique in impressive fashion. Chilean Noir won the 35 and over bikini, and big winners of the weekend were Tanya Palacios in figure and Ulrika Tigale in fitness, both loaded and looking amazing. The next event up on the slate took place in the booming metropolis known as Fargo, North Dakota, where former Olympia runner-up Candice Carter stepped into the role of pro promoter for the first time. This was a figure-only event that featured a really strong lineup in the open division, including what might have been a career best effort from winner Wendy Fortino. Wendy was so special here that she managed to hold off a tremendous second place effort from Ivana Ivusic, who's gotten better and better throughout the season. And closing out the top 3 in the open division was rookie Rachel Shoemaker, who looked great in her pro debut. In the Masters division, the top spot went to Jill Braxmeyer. Texas native Rita Villarreal slid into second, and closing out a solid top 3 was Patricia Sigafus. There's no good segue into the next story, so we're diving right into it. All year long, we've been talking about Keon Pearson and what impact his presence could have in the 212 division. Then, after months and months of building up, last week, he set the world on fire when he won his debut at the Chicago Pro. And then boom, he drops the bomb last week that he's pulling out of the Olympia because of pressure and mental health concerns. Look, I'm not here to stand up here and blast Keon because it's his decision. If he feels like this is what he needs to do for himself, then so be it. But I will say this, life only hands you so many opportunities. So when you're young, you always think that you have more time than you really do, till one day you blink and realize that 10 years have passed. And all of a sudden your window might have opened and closed without you even knowing it. That being said, Keon is still really young, and bodybuilding isn't exactly a young man's game, so he still has plenty of time. But he won't be young forever, which means that he may not have as much time as he thinks. And finally, I want to send a big get well soon shout out to the man, the myth, and the legend Arnold Schwarzenegger as he recovers from a surgery he had to replace an aortic valve last week. According to reports, the surgery went well and Arnold's already out of the hospital and was said to be walking around Cleveland taking pictures with various statues around the city. But even for someone like Arnold, who's taken care of himself for the last 6 decades, bouncing back from heart surgery at 73 years old isn't an easy task. So hopefully he's taking it easy and following whatever the doctors are telling him to do. The man is a living legend and arguably one of the 3 most important figures in the history of bodybuilding. So if you can, I'm sure he would appreciate it if you took a few moments to send some prayers and positive energy in his direction. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.